This week on The Lead, we take a look at the Streets and Beats food truck that's been sighted all across the district.
And Hebron seniors take part in the annual senior Dodgeball tournament finals. All this and more coming up.
Hello, I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and this is The Lead. Our first story comes to us from Flower Mound, where they are once again hosting the Mr. FMH Pageant next Thursday at 7 p.m. in the auditorium, with a total of 19 boys competing. They will be judged on an opening dance routine, a talent portion, and a swimwear and formal wear portion. The top 5 candidates will then move on to the final round, and finally, the winner and the runner-up will receive a scholarship. Ticket sales will help offset the cost of the senior picnic, so come on down to support your competing classmates.
Sticking with Flower Mound, Wingstop Scholar Athlete of the Month was awarded to an FMHS soccer player, McKenna McGraw, for her outstanding achievements. On top of being recognized for being a top soccer player, she was awarded $2,500 in scholarship money and was interviewed by NBC5. Congratulations, McKenna, on all your hard work and dedication.
You may have noticed the iconic orange and white food truck going around the district with creative new food options available for lunch.
Sam Nix got the inside look.
I'm here at the Streets and Beats food truck at Hebron High School, where they put a twist on ordinary cafeteria food. Let's have a closer look at what they do.
The Streets and Beats food truck is a new way for high school students around the district to get their school lunch. The food truck has a wide selection of foods available for students looking for a healthy and delicious lunch.
Well, I think that the food truck is such an up-and-coming trend in the food industry, and having it in the school district is such a great way for the students to get some variety.
Last week, the food truck offered chicken parmesan and chicken bacon ranch paninis. The great thing about this food truck is that the food tastes just as good as it looks, and there are new options to try every week.
We also are able to batch cook on the food truck, so we are able to offer a really hot, great product.
The students we talked to said the food was amazing.
It just tastes so much better than it is warm.
There's a lot more options here, and it's like food, not lunch food.
Yes, it is. For sure, food is always good.
When you have food this good, there has to be a lot of demand that comes with it.
It can be hectic, yes, definitely. For instance, we have on the truck today, we're cooking as we speak.
You can follow the Streets and Beats food truck Twitter at STREATZ BEATZ for updates on when they come to your school next. For The Lead, I'm Sam Nix.
After 34 years, the district decided it was time to change the names of both the Career Center East and Dale Jackson Career Center campuses. After multiple name ideas, the district and community decided on a more unifying name for the two schools. The Career Center East will be renamed to Technology Exploration and Career Center East, and the Dale Jackson Career Center will be named Technology Exploration and Career Center West. This change was due to the aging Dale Jackson building being replaced with a brand new facility that will officially be opened in August 2020.
The Marcus Interact Club is currently hosting a fundraiser to help build water wells for villages in Africa that don't have access to clean water. They are hoping to raise money through a wishing well during all lunches, followed by a car wash in April. They have a goal of $2,000, and if you're interested in helping the great cause, you can visit this link to donate online.
New competition going on to give students the chance to win a free yearbook. Last week, yearbook students hid 64 total tickets around the school, 3 of which can be turned in for a free yearbook. However, 1 has already been found.
It changes the price. It's not like a certain amount off. It changes the price to a certain number. And I got a $25 yearbook. I think there was 10 hidden in the library. I found like 8 of them in a really short period of time.
The rest of these tickets are scattered all across Marcus, but you gotta be quick. A free yearbook is a compelling prize that anybody can win. Hints will also be provided through the Marcus Yearbook Twitter page as time goes on. So keep an eye out and maybe you'll be the next winner of a golden ticket.
We're going to head over to the Colony, where a special congratulations goes out to the Colony High School academic decathlon team. As they competed at state during spring break and made 9th place, with many students receiving individual medals as well. The Colony celebrated with the parade through the school for the achievement that set a new school record and provided an example for future students. Way to go, ACDEC!
We previously covered a story at the Colony over Wellness Week, hosted by Student Council. Since then, 2 teachers have taken over the project and have officially renamed it to Wellness Wednesday, a weekly session where students can participate in things like meditation and yoga, all for the benefit of their mental and physical health. Wellness Wednesday takes place every Wednesday from 3:45 to 4:15 in room B117.
Hebron Student Council will be launching the annual Battle of the Bears beginning April 3rd and running through the 17th. The purpose of the project is to collect donations for the Children's Advocacy Center for Denton County, whose mission is to empower child abuse victims, their families, and the community through education, healing, and justice. According to their website, students can participate by donating items such as toiletries, coloring books, and crayons, and of course, stuffed bears. This year, it'll be juniors against freshmen and seniors versus sophomores.
Following up on a previous story, we revisit the acclaimed student short film Pato. Seniors Kayla and Krista Kummerl, as well as junior Richard Ahn, dominated the UIL Young Filmmakers Festival with their work. The film was screened at Paramount Theater in Austin, Texas on March 5th. They were the state champions in the narrative category, and they also won the Nobility Prize, which is awarded to films with a social conscious message. Their film was also screened at 2 theaters during the South by Southwest Film Festival this past spring break. As it is customary every year for Hebron seniors, the annual Dodgeball tournament took place this past Friday.
Sumana Syed has more.
At Hebron High School, the senior dodgeball tournament has always been a huge part of the senior experience, as it is a very highly anticipated event at the end of the year.
It's a senior dodgeball that happened started 10 years ago, and it was a chance for the seniors to get together, have a team, and have some fun for a day. It's a time for the seniors to have a good sportsmanship quality game.
For only $1, the underclassmen could come and enjoy the festivities, whereas seniors could get in for the low, low price of free.
The money at first went to PTSA because of post-prom, but they have stopped post-prom, so now it's a way to raise money for student council members to earn some scholarships when they go off to college.
The underdog champions of this year's tournament were the UTDs, who dominated the Average Joes, the Waters, and the faculty team.
Beginning, we thought we were sort of the underdogs in a way. We didn't expect ourselves to win because we were sort of a little bunch group together, and we sort of pushed through and we put in our all and we put in our efforts to make it through to the end of the games, and it sort of gave us a wonderful experience through that, honestly.
As the years go on, this tradition is sure to be something all students can look forward to in their last year at Hebron. For The Lead, I'm Sumana Syed.
Wednesday, Stuco members hosted a movie night for all 5 LISD high schools at the Max Goldsmith Stadium at LHS. 4 leaders from every high school in LISD met once a month to find a charity that proceeds could go to, and in the end, movie night's funds went to the Leela Foundation. At the event itself, food and snacks were sold and students had the opportunity to interact and play different activities with new friends. It was a fun experience for all, and we hope to see more events like this in the future.
That sounds like a cool experience. Wish I would have gone.
Yeah, I actually did get to attend the event. It was a lot of fun. We got to watch High School Musical 3. So.
Oh, cool. After the break, do you really need to spend money on a professional camera? Or is the one you need right on your phone? Grant finds out in this week's Lead Spotlight.
And Destiny sits down with some representatives from Real Voices. Keep it tuned to The Lead. This episode of The Lead is sponsored by AMC Theaters. With over 380 locations, great deals on tickets, and dine-in theaters, the friendly faces at AMC will make sure your experience is AMC amazing.
It's no secret that the electronic devices in our pockets have greatly improved in recent years, and so have their cameras. Many people believe that the cameras on our phones can nowadays compete with state-of-the-art cinema and DSLR cameras. I got the chance to sit down with LISD's film teacher Benjamin Plenicki to discuss some of the features of professional filmmaking cameras.
If you're comparing between a 4K camera and a cell phone camera, and you're limited on budget and resources, then a cell phone camera would do just fine for you. The thing is, with a phone camera, usually those are automatic and they set it themselves, and they only give you basically a slider or levels to set and not so much accuracy. So you're kind of trusting a lot more on the phone camera than you are with a film camera.
These professional cameras offer a wide range of settings that grant the ability to control light, depth, and other things a phone camera just can't do.
Some of the settings you can control on a 4K camera, you control everything from light, the ISO, which is how strong or sensitive the chip is, to the f-stops, basically how much light is going into the lens, and of course zooming in and zooming out optically. While most phone cameras don't have the optical capability, you're mainly using digital.
Yes, professional cameras have the advantage of more control, but should the lack of access limit creative ingenuity?
I don't think it's necessary for aspiring filmmakers to have professional style cameras, especially if they're limited on resources or a budget. They can use a phone camera. The really thing to concern is where it's going to be shown at the end and what the content of it is.
While it is nice to have the customization of a professional style camera, just remember, you're only limited by your creativity. I'm Grant Goodrich, and this is the Lead Spotlight.
Welcome back to The Lead. Today I'm here with Jane Germany, Julia Frazier, and Dana Henderson, some committee members of LISD's Real Voices Committee. Thanks for being on the show today, you guys. So let's dive right in. First question, tell me what Real Voices is all about.
Well, our film fest called Real Voices was originally designed to create authentic learning experiences for students. We wanted to tap into the content they were learning in class and their interests outside of class, so they could make a film that was high interest to them and also provide an authentic audience for student products.
It's also a great tie-in to the 21st century skills, as well as LISD's 4 cornerstones, such as resource stewardship and community outreach.
It gives kids lots of opportunities to have choice and express their own voice in a way that they want to with their creativity.
Very cool. So how long has this program been going on?
Well, this is our 5th annual, but it's actually been going on, the work behind it has been going on for 7 years, because we spent a couple of years laying the foundation before we had our first annual event.
And what are the different categories involved?
We have categories for elementary and secondary, so students really are only competing against films that are created by kids that are the same age. We have public service announcement, documentary, instructional, story, animation and stop motion, and new this year in secondary we have persuasion as well. So each of those categories has a time limit and some guidelines for how the film is to be judged.
Okay, and how are the submissions judged?
In elementary and middle school, we use LISD personnel, all adults, to judge those films. But the high school films, we actually have a pool of professionals in the field of video creation, and they judge our high school and our career center entries.
Each category has its own set of requirements, and there's a rubric that helps us judge and helps our judges narrow down which films to select to be winners. That rubric is available on our Film Fest website.
Okay, good to know. So how old do students have to be to enter the competition?
Our categories are open to all students from pre-K to 12th grade. So our pre-K through second grade students are actually in a class produced category, so they are making films with their classes, and by the time they're in third grade through 12th grade they're moving into individually produced films.
Very nice. What prizes and awards are the winners given?
That varies from year to year, depending on what kind of sponsorships we get. They receive a certificate, and their videos are displayed on our website. And sometimes there's a cash prize in high school. Last year was the first time we actually had a cash prize, and it was a $50 American Express gift card.
Okay, nice. So where do students go to submit these entries?
Well, they're going to want to check out the Film Fest website, which is filmfest.lisd.net, and that has the submission form and all pertinent information for submitting the films.
Nice. So thank you guys for being here today. That's all the time we have for this week. Stay tuned. When we come back for the break, David's going to bring us all the latest on district sports.
You're watching the Lead Sports Update with David Suarez.
Welcome everyone. Here's this week's sports update. Starting off with baseball, the Flower Mound Jacks crushed Nimitz last night, scoring an impressive score of 11-0. The Marcus Marauders got the upper hand on Hebron, winning 8-7 in a close game. Capel trounced the Fighting Farmers, scoring 11-3, and Denton tried to overpower the Colony Cougars, but they end up losing with a close score of 4-3. Advancing into softball, the ladies from Flower Mound dominated MacArthur last night with an incredible 15-0. Over the weekend, the Hebron Hawks defeated Lewisville, scoring an incredible score of 15-0. Also, over the weekend, Marcus outplayed MacArthur 13-1, and the Colony beat Aledo 3-1. As for upcoming baseball games, this Friday, Flower Mound hosts Nimitz once again. Marcus goes up against Hebron, Lewisville versus Capel, and the Colony has a home game against Denton. For softball this Friday, Lewisville heads over to Flower Mound. Hebron hosts Nimitz, Marcus goes to Irvin, and the Colony versus Little Elm. On that note, the Colony was recently the home of another exceptional athlete, but this time Eden got down to the mats to get the inside story.
The more technical mistakes I'm making, the easier it is for him to defend.
After an impressive season, the Colony High School's Rhett Marks was given the opportunity to wrestle with Team Texas in Oklahoma this past weekend.
I was a little nervous at first. It's always difficult competing at the national level just because it's different than what I'm normally used to. It was mostly excitement, just to get out there and learn. My dad used to wrestle whenever he was younger. He actually wrestled in the same mat room, and my uncle's name is up on the wall in here as well, so it's been in my family.
Rhett's coaches also had a role to play in her success, and their encouragement over the past years has helped her skills on the mat.
Rhett wrestled really well this year. She had over 40 wins on the season. She placed at districts and regionals, and she's a state qualifier. She's also wrestled in the national tournament already this year, and so she wrestled really well this year, and so we're proud of how well she did.
She's really, really passionate about the sport, so I imagine that she'll for sure wrestle in college. There is Olympic wrestling. I don't know if that's necessarily one of her goals, but I do know that she's got like the talent to make it there.
One thing that I really enjoy about wrestling is that everyone's a team. Like, the people in this mat room are the only people who know exactly what I'm going through, and it's all just like a big team together, and we really care about each other, and it's a really cool thing to have in a sport.
We look forward to seeing what Rhett accomplishes in the future, and with any luck, we'll be keeping a close eye. For The Lead, I'm Aiden Call.
Well, that's all we have for this week's sports update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now let's see who's the lucky winner in our Twitter contest. No pun intended.
Last week, we asked you to send us a picture of you wearing green for St. Patrick's Day. This week's winner is Jacob Harper from the Colony High School. Congrats, Jacob. You've just won an AMC Movie Pass. Had some bad luck this time? Well, you have another chance.
April Fool's is coming up, so this week we're asking for your best jokes. Tweet us your best knock-knock joke, and if yours is the best, you can win an AMC Movie Pass. If you want to know more about what's happening in the district or have a story you want to see covered, follow us on Twitter at LISDTheLead or email us at lisdthelead@gmail.com. That's going to do it for this week. I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and we'll see you next time.